If you're watching this video, you're doing so for a reason. Maybe you're having a hard time manifesting the things that you want in life. And this is the key. You need to outgrow your old self for long enough before it made manifest, before your new person manifests. And the thing that I learned after many, many years trying to create something of value and being true, my true authentic self, is that the more you try to chase and attract something, the further it runs away from you. And the thing you need to understand is that you cannot become a new person holding on to the old. You see, our minds and our bodies, we have a set core of beliefs and programs and assumptions about how life works. So, you right now, as a person, you have all this set of beliefs and assumptions about how the world works. And if you're trying to change your life and change the outcome that you experience in life and trying to manifest something bigger, you cannot continue doing so if you are not erasing the old things that is stuck within your system. And you see, trauma and issues and all of that stuff that comes from childhood is stored within the body. It's not only in the mind. Um, and this is why you need to get into your body and release all these blockages before you try to manifest a greater version of yourself. You cannot go towards a new goal that you have before these things are resolved because they dictate your life. Okay. So the conscious mind that you are right now, watching this video, being awake, taking decisions, is only 10% of who you actually are. The thing that really creates your life is this subconscious slash the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind is 90% of what you experience in life. So 90% of everything that you have experienced so far, achieved so far, is based upon what is programmed within you. And here is the key: you need to access the unconscious and make it conscious in order to resolve it. So most people, they walk their lives having no idea about this. If you're here watching this video, you're one of you who will be able to resolve this because you actually have to seek it in order to make it conscious. So imagine that you have been living your whole life ever since childhood, bearing these patterns because most of them are inherited by your parents. And this is why a lot of people stay poor, a lot of people stay the same. They become adults that are carbon copies of their parents. How many times have you seen that people your age becoming exact copies of their parents? Is because they don't individuate from their parents, and they're programmed with all this set of beliefs and how to view life, how to live life, how to act in life, and it just keeps on repeating down in generations to come, and they never actually break free from that, because they lack the knowledge to resolve this unconscious junk within them. So the thing is that you cannot become the person that you want to become if you're not digging deep within yourself and resolving this. This is also called shadow work. And many people believe that shadow work is getting rid of all the bad, toxic things within you. It's very common, and it's ironic in a way because that's you running from yourself. You cannot get rid of your shadow. You cannot get rid of your anger. You cannot get rid of sadness. You cannot get rid of anything that is you. So your shadow is you, is an equal part of you. And this is why I don't like the new age beliefs that you should just be happy sitting on your edge of your bed, thinking happy thoughts and manifestations, and it just happens, because it doesn't work like that. In order to get full experience, you need to realize that the dark is you as well. The darkness within you is you as well. It's just a matter of how you're viewing it. And when you make it conscious, you can transform it into power, right? So if you're watching this video and you've had a hard time releasing the blockages that you have, I want to give you a little secret that I've been using myself in order to break free from the patterns that has kept me in prison in my own mind for so long. Because that what it is a mind, is a prison within your mind that you have created for yourself. All these false ideas and assumptions that you have about life is a is within you for a reason, is a lesson behind it. And you need to bring it into conscious awareness. Let's say you have a fear of putting yourself out there, like I'm doing now, making a video and helping others. This is probably connected to something that happened in your life, and you need to sit in meditation, let it rise to the surface. And once it rises to the surface, here is where most people fail, because they think that it's something evil that is coming up at them, because they feel in a certain way. They feel it feels scary, and it's supposed to feel scary because this is how you transform it. If it doesn't feel scary, you're doing something wrong. Okay, because you're used to living your life in a certain way, and once these things rise to the surface, it freaks you out. But I want you to focus and try this method. Go into meditation, sit like I'm doing now, bring your conscious awareness to your body, become very present in your body, and just relax into it. Do your breath work, do your rituals, all everything you do, everything you need to do in order to get into a meditative state. Once you do, ask your body or speak to your body to bring the things up that blocks you, your blockages. And I can assure you it will come. And you need to trust your intuition, because once it hits you, you need to grab on to the first intuition. What is this coming from? And ask yourself, what is this coming from? And then you will resolve it by accepting it for what it is, looking at it without judgment, and release it from your aura, from your body, by loving yourself to a certain point where you just understand that these are lessons. Let's say I've had a lot of karmic issues that I have inherited as well from my parents, and the ways of thinking about money, ways of thinking about life, and self-love has been a great way for me to resolve all of these things. And once you build that trust within yourself, it's much more easier to resolve all of these things. And here's the thing: you need to outgrow the old self for long enough until your new self is made manifest. All right. So a lot of people have a lot of dreams they want to accomplish, right? And you know, the hardest part is keeping the consistency for long enough. I bet you all have experienced that. So it's not about that your vision is wrong or not good enough. It's just a matter of you need to outgrow the old self for a long period of time until it made manifest. And this has been a hardest part for me as well. So find that person that you want to become, step into the meditative state and visualize and feel into that person. It doesn't matter if you just think your way to success. It doesn't happen like that. You need to become the person you want to become in essence, in emotion. You need to move like that person, you need to act like that person, and you need to speak like that person. And being delusional about that is just the key, like stepping into it before it's happening. And once you do that for long enough, and you meet all the uncomfortable stuff coming up to the surface when you sit in meditation, accepting it, going through it, letting it go through you, over you, around you. That's alchemy. That's how you alchemize your traumas. That's how you alchemize your past self into becoming your new self. And every time you lose focus, you need to re-anchor this back into your aura, remind you of who you are, on a daily basis, every time you lose focus. And once you do it over and over and over, you will be able to hold this person for an extended long period of time. And once you do that for many days in a row, you will start to see magic, because then you're not living the old life that you've been living. You're now stepping into a new way of living. But it only works if you attach action to it. Okay, what would your high self do? Your best version of yourself, what would that person do daily? Maybe you need to sacrifice something. Maybe you need to sacrifice watching social media and Netflix in order to take action upon a project that is aligned with who you truly are. And this is the key. And this is what most people don't realize, that you need to do this over and over and over and over again until you don't lose focus anymore. And it just snowballs into something really beautiful. And once you're in that flow, it's really hard to go back to the old self, because when you start to see the magic, it's just so beautiful, you don't want to quit. But the hardest part is to realize that your old self, the version, is trying to bring you back to the old self all the time. This is where people sabotage their success, and they fall off, and they don't have any motivation anymore. And this is where consistency beats motivation. It doesn't matter how you feel, it doesn't matter how you think, because you will have this scary thoughts, and you will want to quit. That's your old self trying to pull you back. But if you're able to outgrow it for just a few days, like a month or 2 months or 3 months, daily, 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 boom, your life will completely change. And I want to share with you a lot of techniques and tips and tricks that I use myself. So if you are willing to step into this new person, this is the channel for you. So I'll see you around, and thank you for watching this video.